20 minutes early like we were hoping for, so good times here. Let's do this thing, guys. Sorry, you're gonna hear the music cut real abruptly all of a sudden, like, oh, I don't know, maybe right about there behind my voice. Maybe that abruptly cut. But let's do this thing. What's up again, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into our last race of the night. Again, we're starting up a little bit early, but that's the way we like it, actually. We've been on time early with literally dang near every single race. It's been kind of amazing, actually. But again, I'll stop rambling. We'll get right onto this because I know that we got a little bit of a, not rush per se, but just to make sure the train wreck can get to work on time, we're going to make sure we get this done here. So, let me introduce on the left-hand side your Kansas City Chiefs representative, the Boss10987. Excuse me again, sorry about that. And on the right-hand side, your Buffalo Bills representative, leading his division, might I add. Who'd have thought you'd utter those words? The Bills leading the division, TrainwreckJP. And like I was saying, we started this off a couple minutes early to accommodate these guys. Again, that's what we do here. It's all based off of the racers and what time they pick. But again, real quick, talking about time, we're going to do a race through the Womb 2 here. We'll do a best 2 out of 3. Whoever clears out Mom's Heart at the end of the Womb 2 first, it gets the light or the doorway down to Shale, both of them actually. But as soon as those both show up, you get a point added to the 0 at the bottom of your screens. Again, there you see the banned items listed out already in chat on the bot. You cannot take Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, the Shovel, and the toothpicks are an odd one. You can re-roll them if you want to, or take them. But again, the only items right there that I listed out are the ones that you can use your D6 on. These guys are in a call, they're off and running, and we got a great start for the boss on the left-hand side. Damage up and health up with the odd mushroom there, so he's off and running with pretty much what every racer wants on floor number 1. So great start right there. And there again is the split link to get into both Boss and Trainwreck's channels side by side, so please do that for me if you guys wouldn't. Say what's up to both of them, wish them both good luck. And again, we got Duke of Flies already about going on 50% of the way dead here for the boss. And that damage up is really huge for him. Got a Curse of Darkness for Trainwreck, which means you will not be able to see his mini-map. Again, on these small floors, not a big deal. And again, not too far to look. He's got both item room and boss fights side by side here. Yep. There's your answer, actually, Fancy. Everybody got it for you in stream before I could. If you get a second Eternal Heart on the floor, or the second half, I should say, that'll become a full health up container right then. Or if you take it onto the next floor with you, same thing. And then we see the Wafer for Trainwreck, so that's kind of an interesting one. We don't see that too often. Okay, this time I'll say it right. We got Monstro. Yeah. No number on that. Anyways, we got Monstro for TrainwreckJP. That Wafer that he picked up is going to give him half damage on anything that would normally cause 1 full heart of damage. For example, in the boss's room, do you see the blue spider? That's a champion mob that would hit for 1 full heart of damage should it hit him. So again, with the Wafer, for example, Trainwreck would only take the normal half heart. Half hearts are the lowest you can go on damage, though, so everything else is still going to hit you for half a heart. It seems like that won't do anything for Trainwreck till later on, but that can come in very, very handy for him. Alright, so the box of items for Trainwreck, one of every type of item there. And he's going to go ahead and use that bomb against the item rock there, grab himself another health up. Alright, new item room here for Trainwreck as he gets down to his second floor. And again, both racers on their second floor at the moment. We've got the Scapular now for Trainwreck. This has not been the greatest of items on this run so far. I like the Wafer, but I don't know for this run, so we'll see. Samson's locking on the trinket for Trainwreck gives him a random chance that as he kills enemies in the room, he gets somewhere in the range of about 0.3 to 0.4 damage up. Again, I know on the site it says 0.28 for every enemy you kill, but after you do the damage calculation, it's weird. the damage calculation increase after that, it's about 0.37 or something, or 0.38. So it's pretty close to 0.4 per kill. And again, it's random on each one of those. Excuse me again, sorry. Oh, sure, be all exact and everything, Chris. Jeez. What's up, man? And there you go, Judgy, please. Judgy, thank you with a little bit of health up. Ooh, and speaking of thank yous, again, more damage up in the second item room there for the boss. He gets growth hormones, which will be damage up and speed increase for him. So red tier's already on the basement, too. So great, great build starting here for the boss. All right, 2 more bombs for him. So again, we got 3 bombs versus 4 keys, basically, at this point. It's kind of the odd trade-off. One of our racers has all the keys, one of our racers has all the bombs. Hell, for that matter, one of our racers has all the damage ups. So it's a very polarizing race at the moment here. Ooh, calling quad shot gamma. Ooh, I know you're kidding, Chris. How you doing, man? Oh, I'll be playing a lot more of that, actually. If I'm not tired later on, I may actually play a little bit more MLB before I go to bed tonight. We shall see, because again, that devil deal. This race started a little bit early, so I may have a little bit of extra free time. May feel like doing that a little bit more, so there may be more. Either way, passing on both of the guppy items there is Trainwreck. I can't really blame him, honestly. Again, we got the tick for the boss. We were talking about this last round. As he walks into his boss fights, I really got to find a new way to say this. As the boss walks into his boss fights, let me emphasize words to make it a little more clear what I mean. The tick will actually give an automatic 15% damage to the enemy that the boss 10987 fights, thus also giving him, the boss 10987, 1 full heart of healing. There. Wow. Could I be more confusing in emphasizing the words on that one? Anyways, you get the idea there. Anyways, more telepills here for the boss. Gonna leave him behind this time. He'll take those randoms with him. Yeah, good for the Cubs. Well, mind you, they ate a lot of the salary, which the White Sox really ought to learn to do. Cough, cough, Jake Peavy. But I'm okay with it, honestly. Like, more power to him. Like, more power to the Cubs. They had to get rid of Soriano. He was killing him. Why did Trainwreck skip on the Magic 8-Ball? That is actually a mismarked item. It says tier rate up, but it is actually shot speed increased by 16%. So your shots will move faster on screen. That kind of throws a lot of people's timing off. It does get you 1 free card or 1 free pill when you pick it up, too. But at the same point, it throws your timing off with, like, let's say that you're trying to angle a tier in somewhere, like, kind of like what Trainwreck just did there. I don't want to say that that's exactly what I meant, but when you're doing that with shot speed increase, it becomes even harder. If you're not used to angling it that way, you're not going to get it quite right. Ooh, Trainwreck, there we go. Now we got both with just 1 key and a ton of bombs. Trainwreck used that 1 pill that he was holding onto, and it was bombs or key, which switched out the number of bombs and keys that he had there. Just call the boss Spring Sting. There we go. You cool with that? That's not why he named himself that, by the way, either. So, I actually asked him that question. Like, all right, it's a popular question. Is it Springsteen? Is it Springsteen? Are we counting down? I totally understand the meaning behind his name, though, and I'm not going to call him Springsteen. I think he may hate me if I did that. Alright, there's a new item room. Well, new item room. There is the item room on this floor for Trainwreck. Let's see those yes crowns. His pageant boy's picked up by the boss. He'll grab himself some money and that full-on heal and be on down to his caves, too. We got Mom's Bra for Trainwreck replacing his D6. So that's going to freeze enemies in place for a couple of seconds, allow him to do a bunch of damage without getting shot. Too many bosses, man. Alright, so moving on into the boss fight. Trainwreck going to get the husk, and as you see, he's going to lay down a couple bombs around him as it's frozen in place, and there's your boss fight. So Trainwreck moving right on through. There's the entire freeze effect, and he almost had everything cleared out. Wow. How about that? Trainwreck not happy with his build, gonna go ahead and reset it. His boss has got himself a hell of a build going over here. Yeah, that was a definite no crown. How about a reset no crown? Hey, sometimes people aren't happy. If you notice the items he had, he wasn't really just like, oh god, this is the greatest build ever. He got no health up along the way from his bosses. Yeah, that total no crown. Alright, Temperance Machine, or Temperance Card rather, will spawn a Blood Machine for Trainwreck whenever he uses that. Yeah, boss, this boss, that boss, Kappa. No. God dang it. Wow, still bad items here for Trainwreck. At some point, it's going to give him some sort of item that he wants. I mean, something's got to be decent. Sooner or later, well, we got 2 telepills here for the boss. I was thinking about it. What all do we got? Lock chest, no thanks. He'll just go on into his boss fight and get the husk once again. So there's that automatic damage done by the tick. Actually healed, and you can hear the gulp when you actually heal yourself, by the way, as you walk into this boss room. But all the red hearts filled up on the boss's side, so he's all good as it was. Yeah, the boss fighting in the boss room, boss 10987, room 9, damn it. Told you, it's gonna get confusing, guys. Welcome to, I should just call him Kansas City from here on out, honestly, but it's really, really not cool to call somebody by their team name instead of their actual name. Alright, new item room for Trainwreck. Let's see if we can't get something to start off here with. A little bit more health up for the boss. He'll be on down to caves, or excuse me, depths 1. I knew that. Really, I did. Anyways, actually getting on down and getting a nice telepill in an XL floor on this case. How about this? Our third racer today to pick up chocolate milk will be the boss. Who would have thought? Anyways, Depths XL in this case. Curse of the Labyrinth gave boss two depths floors combined together into one. So there will be 2 boss fights at some point, side by side, and 2 item rooms, one of which he's already come across here. Yeah, that room. That room. Ooh, nicely done. So again, chocolate milk allows you to charge your shots or fire at your own pace. And again, if you think you're better unique days, then by all means take those exact items that Trainwreck had and beat somebody with the build that Boss has got going on right now in a race to Mom's heart. I bet you can't do it. I'll in fact bet money that you can't do it. I'll bet any day of the week that Boss 10987 would crush you with the build that he has if you had Trainwrecks. Any day of the week, I will put money down that Boss would crush you. Maybe that's favoritism, but yeah, I'll root for my racer on that one and say that he'll crush you any day of the week with that build. And if you had the exact build Trainwreck had, you'd do what he did and reset. There we go, now we're starting off. Odd Mushrooms, damage up and health up for Trainwreck. I'll take any one of my racers in that situation, quite honestly. You got that build Trainwreck has, that's going to be trouble for a lot of people. Yeah, you can finish the run, but it's not going to be quick, and probably not quick enough to win in a race, quite honestly. I'll take any of my racers in that situation. Hey, like I said, though, you can finish the race. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that you won't win, too. I'm just saying that given the, like 2 Mom's heart, the racer will win that one every time that's got the build that Trainwreck, or that the boss has in this situation. Because, yeah, Train reset on purpose. He had some pretty crappy items there. Oh, I'll vouch for the same thing. You give me any build. You can give me the boss's build. And notice I said any racer. I didn't say myself. You would crush me in that race. Don't misunderstand. But at the same point, like my racers, yeah, I'll pick them any day of the week in that situation. There's our yes crown. Wake and smoke in a pick. Jesus Christ. This got me just in last races mode now. This is why I need time in between races normally to reset my brain. Trainwreck on the right, picking up the crown, taking money with him. I just called your divisional opponent. My bad, Trainwreck. My bad, bro. Oh, I'm gonna catch hell for that in about 5 seconds when Awaken hears that. Wait a minute, I'm winning the division? Yes! What's up, Matthew? How you doing? So again, Trainwreck moving on to his second floor here, and again we got, we got the boss on the left-hand side looking for his second item room and/or 2 back-to-back boss fights here on his Steps XL. So he's going to try over to the right-hand side on the top here. I think Wolf was literally about 2 to 3 hits away from actually finishing that fight off. Like, it was close, and then that spawn. Enough said. Anyways, Temperance card again will spawn a blood machine whenever Trainwreck uses that. He knows where his boss fight is, so does the boss at this point. And, well, his boss fights, plural I should say, he'll have 2 back-to-back here. That is one of the smaller XL floors I've ever seen as far as the look goes at the moment. But again, gonna go right on, skip that second item room as the boss. He's got War for the first of 2 back-to-back boss fights. We got Distant Admiration, so the really, really close, ironic name on Distant, mind you. Even so, really close hanging attack fly, that red one floating around TrainwreckJP will do tons of damage to anything that comes in contact with it. Fire being the exception, that won't get hurt, but you get the idea. Either way, War off of his horse already. We'll wind up with a cube of meat for the boss to block incoming shots and also do damage to anything that touches that. Yeah, we'll race again next week. We don't put next week's schedule up until basically the end of this week, so we'll put it up at the end of tomorrow night. Alright, we got 2 similar pills. Ouch, both being tears down there on Trainwreck's side. Ooh, new one's at full health though, so he knows what those look like, and bad gas. So at least the full health pill came out of there. It didn't really help with actually healing Trainwreck, but he does know what they look like now. So if he were to come across him again, he's going to hold on to one of those. We got Blue Mom about 50% of the way dead on the left side here for the BOILeR10987. Notice if I drop a bunch of numbers in there, it really clears it up, right? Anyways, he's down just 2 hearts so far. Looking pretty good for himself at the halfway mark here. A little bit of money hanging out, but again, you gotta watch out for all of these expansion level enemies that spawn on you. There are all sorts of bad things that come out of this fight. Quicker you can get through Blue Mom, the better, and she is nasty. I hate this fight. Can Devil Deals take soul hearts instead of red hearts? Kinda, I always say this backwards. It's the other way around, basically. I don't know how to clarify that the right way. We'll have to almost see it for me to explain it correctly. Somebody will say it in chat and get it working. Yep, we started about 20 minutes early. JP, or sorry, I always call him JP once a week. I swear, it's a force of habit. I'm gonna call you JP once a week just for fun. Oh God, that Steam window. What happened there? Oh my God, that timing. That's gonna catch him some hell. Either way, Trainwreck back and dodging again. That was a little weird. Anyways, Trainwreck's got to go to work a little bit early, he found out, so he talked to the boss, and we had 20 minutes early that we could start, and we figured out what the hell it's doing to give him a little bit of free time there. That was perfect, though. Just, oh God, Steam, hi. Everybody say, hey, Steam. That troll. Anyways, the BOILeR10987 finishing off Mom's foot there. They're going to move on down to the womb. So he's got himself a very nice advantage and a pretty nice health build at the moment, too. Again, everything down here gets you from 1 full heart of damage, so you got to be pretty careful about where you're going. Yeah, Steam, hey. But again, great job dodging these dicklets here, making sure they don't spawn right up underneath them. Ooh, that was pretty much, you had nowhere to go there. Alright, hey, Steam. More sales. Chop, chop. So we got 3 Larry Juniors. Again, when you're in the womb, really in these races, all you're looking for the most part, are the boss fights. There's a couple extra rooms that you could come across, such as, let's say, an arcade, a library. Ooh, Trainwreck down. Ouch. Bad, or excuse me, bad corner once again to get stuck in. That one hurts. Is it me that made the hey sound? No, it's not. I can just copy it pretty decently with my own voice. No, it's not me. I have nothing to do with the actual making of this game in any way, shape, or form. But no, I can just pretty much copy it, like, on the fly. Very few voices I can imitate in life. That just happens to be one of them, so... We got the small rock to start off Trainwreck's new run here, so damage up, fire rate increase, and again, he's going to walk just a little bit slower because of that. Okay, yeah, there's the other way to kind of elaborate on that. The DJ's got a really good one there. The way to kind of say it is that 3 soul hearts are equal to 1 red heart, would be the way to elaborate on what he said further, if that makes sense. Hey, what's up, Fate? How you doing, man? Hey, what's up, Orange? Good to see you guys. Alright, so Duke of Flies once again for Trainwreck. And again, he ought to melt right on through here, and indeed he will. Look at that damage. So nice. So nice. Doing pretty good. Thank you, man. We have too much fun with those split names. Anyways, there are some heals for TheBoss10987. Very nice. Demon Judgy, no. Again, Demon Judgies basically take, in this case, in the womb, would take 1 full heart. You can use them twice at one time, so technically they still really only take half a heart, because you get 2 usages out of them. But again, still not really worth it to take the damage. It's nice items they can give you, but I worry about those in a race situation. Anyways, we got Guppy's Tail on Trainwreck's side. That's going to curse him into getting a lot more locked chests to spawn, therefore a lot less keys, theoretically. Okay, well, I spoke too soon. Why not at least try it? So, boss tried it one time. Might as well at least give it a shot there. Out-alled. They've been out-alled. Oh, Ravager. Anyways, there's the boss fight for the Boss10987. I really gotta stop saying the boss when I'm not talking about him. What I meant to say was there's a boss fight for the Boss10987. Emphasis. Emphasis on the correct syllable, kids. Wait, what? That's the joke, by the way. Yes, I meant to say that before anybody questions how stupid I am. Anyways, moving on in, he's already about 25%, a little bit further into the Skull X fight here. You can see you have to hit it in the tail. That flashing red part's the only part he can hit on. But again, one of the easiest womb bosses that you could ever think to come across. It's his birthday, isn't his name? His name is his name. Ooh, let's see those no scrolls. Nothing Trainwreck can do about him as he's put his D6 down for the moment, mind you. He'll be right back in there to re-roll those. But again, the Dead Sea Scrolls can actually give you usages of 3 different banned items. The D6, the Bible, and the Shovel. So, not the greatest re-roll. Turns into Little Chad in this case. So again, every couple of rooms, Trainwreck will wind up with a half a red heart spawn. Speaking of hearts, we got a little bit of health up for the boss, and he'll be moving on down to the womb too, with just Mom's heart left to find. Dude, it's like 60 degrees here, Ravager. What heat? Wow. So that was a hell of a Tammy's head right there for Trainwreck. Who needs bombs against Pin? You can just Tammy's head it to death, apparently. So Wire Code Hanger will up the fire rate for Trainwreck even further, and he'll be on down to the Caves one. I still vote that if there is a Chad emote, the trigger needs to be hanging Chad. And we need to be hanging Chad. But I know that probably won't ever fly, so, you know, it's just my opinion. I'm just saying. Get it? Hey, I'll be here all week. Try the VL, tip the waitstaff. Sorry, that was bad. I just aged myself too, but you get the idea. It's hilariously funny. Yeah, why does Isaac not want to give any health up to Trainwreck, I wonder? He's having a hell of a time finding some. So we got more Globins here for the boss, and again, with a Curse of Darkness, can't really tell you what he's looking at on his minimap because he can't see it, nor can we. Because Isaac's a douche. Yep, skipped over Lard too. So that would have been health up, and mind you, also would have made him a lot larger target. And again, he's already got enough, not speed down, mind you, but, well, again, he is kind of walking slow enough where he doesn't really want to be any larger and take any more damage, so... yeah, there's no need for that speed down either. He would be basically a snail at that point. A pretty big fat snail with a lot of health. Not a lot of health, but a decent enough amount of it. So yeah, Trainwreck's going to pass on it in hopes of actually catching up. He's going to get enough red heart spawns with Little Chad to actually refill what he's got. So let's see, double lust here for the boss. Oh, he'd be a literal tank. Like, those things don't move fast, but dang, they're strong. And there's more lock chests, no keys for Trainwreck. Anytime 1 or 2 more hits on those ought to do it. There we go. So let's see, more pills. Alright, those turned into tears up, so a fire rate increase for the boss. He's also got himself another heart there. He's taking a swig of juice, if anyone's wondering what the hell he's doing, or whatever the hell it is he's drinking. I couldn't tell. You get the idea, though. Juice was the first word that came to mind. He's taking a swig of his drink before people are like, why'd he stop? Boss needed a refresher. When you're running that fast, you need some Gatorade every now and then. Ooh, wow, he's lucky he killed that one when he did. These poop socks are just barely missing. There we go. There's that damage he probably should have taken earlier. But again, the boss fight for Trainwreck showing up as well. We got a purple bomb, Diana. Oh, now we don't. Anyways, there's an Eternal Heart, and that is blocked by those blue soul hearts that Trainwreck has, so he's going to pick it up now. Again, if you were to take that onto the next floor, or find a second one here in this room, either way, that would turn to a full heart container for him. Again, boss, 1 more room to clear, and then he's going to be onto his mom's heart fight. And there you see any of the mimics, just walk in, let your Cuban meat or any of your orbitals do that, do the damage for you. And there you see boss moving on to It Lives, so just the one room to take care of here. Again, automatic 15% damage done with a tick. He would have healed up for a full heart if he actually needed it. And with plenty of bombs, boss will just start dropping these in the center here. We see that double bomb usage coming in again. What's up, Crow? How you doing? That was supposed to be Crow, but for some reason my brain went Crow? Anyways, ripping right on through. Very nicely placed bombs there by the boss. That'll work nicely. Look at all that double damage. Looking so nice here. Already over halfway through this boss fight. This mom's heart fight. Yeah, that's what I meant. Gotta stop saying this. Anyways, down to about the last 15% of It Lives' health. It Lives' health. See? I can't even say it that way. I'm gonna have issues with this all year, I swear to God. We'll correct this at some point. Boss, can you just have a new nickname? Kidding, obviously. Couple more hits here for the boss. He's just gonna walk into the center of the room, let the Cuban meat do a little bit of damage for him. 1 or 2 more hits, plenty of health to do this with, and there you go. As soon as that light and the way down to shale appears, you know you got yourself a win. So 1-0 lead there for the boss. Excuse me. Your Kansas City Chiefs on the left-hand side, so looking very good once again, a 1-0 lead. And again, give us about 2 minutes. We're going to get both of these guys reset right as Trainwreck, might I add, became the full-on kitty. We had a kitty. We had a kitty. We had a kitty. Oh, but again, 1-0 lead for the boss. Really good runs on both sides. There was just nothing Trainwreck could do. Those were not items that, yeah, that real ate guppy. Had that happened in the first run, we had ourselves a hell of a race there, but no luck for JP, or for Trainwreck. See, I did it again. For Trainwreck, not JP, it's Trainwreck. JP would be something completely different. Here's Annie, lives in Japan. On that note, give me about 2 minutes. We're going to get both of these guys reset, and we'll be right back on the other side with round number 2 between these two. So again, thank you guys for all the support. We'll get the link into both of their chats. I'll be right back with you. the quad laser. Alrighty, we're back and we're clear of the ads. Let me flip this back on over. Haha, I found the right keyboard this time. I know what I'm doing. Crumps learns. No, again, on that note though, we're back and we're ready for round number 2 here between the BOILeR10987 on the left-hand side, who's got himself a 1-0 lead in a best 2 out of 3. How many numbers can I throw at you guys? But in a best 2 out of 3, Boss has got himself a 1-0 lead over TrainwreckJP on the right side. So again, your Kansas City Chiefs looking for a 2-0 victory here. And the Buffalo Bills, TrainwreckJP, looking to tie this up at 1 apiece and force a pivotal game 3. So they'll get off and running whenever they are, whenever they hear that and whenever they're good to go. So again, best of luck to you guys. Let me get the split link in here for both of their channels. And again, if you guys want to see who all's live at any time on the team, out of all 32 of the racers, and myself for that matter, no, I'm kidding, obviously, but there you go. There's the team page that'll get you a easy way to follow everybody, let alone be able to see who all's live at any given time if you guys just bookmark that page. But again, we will race down on through the Womb 2. Whoever kills off Mom's Heart will get a point added to the bottom of the screen. They're off and racing, and again, best of luck to you both. So we're starting off with 2 kind of craptastic items. Boss going to reset his. Trainwreck going to be off and running with the Celtic Cross, though. 33% chance that if he gets hit, he'll get a 5-second damage shield, making him invincible for that period of time. Yeah, Luckfoot, that's not a half bad way to start, so the Boss off and running with his run here. Ooh, also a really good way to start off. Cancer, double your fire rate for Boss. So he'll be very happy. And again, that will actually overcap you, so should Boss get, let's say, the odd mushroom that caps out your fire rate, he'll get double it. So very nice build going on over there. We got Pin as the boss fight here for Trainwreck. And both in their boss fight at the moment as Monstro's on the left-hand side for the boss. And Boss looking to be the first to get through his fight here. Monstro just about dead. A few more shots, and there you go. A little bit of health up. Excuse me. First things first, let's grab that heal right outside. Like I said, a little bit of health up, and there's that other heal. We got Cat of Nine Tails on Trainwreck's side. He may be thinking about flat out resetting at this point. He's going to take it, though, so shot speed increasing on down to the basement, too. Alright, Horror Babylon. Yeah, this is becoming a real craptastic run. This may be a reset. Yep, Trainwreck's gonna reset. I was waiting for the reset there. Those were not good items again. You gotta be kidding me. So again, more pills, bad trip. That could turn into a full health later on, which the other pill happened to be in the first place. So Trainwreck's found himself his full health pills as well. So interesting start to the run. We'll see where his item room is. Yeah, every now and then Flash is just a douchebag, and it's like, especially this week. Oh, God. So especially this week, though, it's been quite interesting. On that note, the oh, God was the fact that Trainwreck has found Polyphemus. I want to talk about a nice tier damage, or damage increase. Oh, my. Alright, so Boss gonna go back and look for his item room first here. Again, Trainwreck ripping right on through Champion Pin. There's that item room that we were talking about for the boss. Yeah, it didn't matter all that much, though. Wow, talk about your damage multipliers again. Tooth shot for the boss. So you see every now and then one of those teeth is going to come flying out of the boss, which is actually a give or take 2 times damage multiplier for him. Again, no bomb to get through that item rock there, but he's going to get Larry Jr. and probably rip right on through. Again, based off of your luck status, how you're firing those tiers randomly. And we're looking pretty early 2014, according to Edmund. Again, he was taking a guess, but I did interview... Big words. Crumps can't big word today. Anyways, I did interview Edmund week 2, and he was actually saying probably about early 2014. Yeah, the tier fire rate actually slows down quite a bit with Polyphemus. That's why you see Trainwreck's actually kind of holding his shots a little bit here. He's actually basically full fire rate firing him at the moment, but does seem like he's kind of holding him back. Anyways, a little bit of damage up. That is a mismarked item. Damage up and health up, not tier rate up on meat. So, boss getting a little more damage for himself. Moving on down to the caves, getting a Curse of the Labyrinth XL version of the floor. So again, both caves floors combined into one on the left-hand side. Another bomb we'll leave behind that cursor room for now. He may be back for that. We'll see. And again, Trainwreck clearing out the floor. Wanted to make sure he got all the keys and everything that he could find there. The early floors are very easy to clear out. He'll be right back for that Eternal Heart as soon as he's done with the boss fight. Excuse me. But real quick, let's rip through the, especially with time and a half damage multiplier on the Devil, let's rip right on through the Duke of Flies here for Trainwreck. And very nicely done. Let's see what item shows up momentarily. 2 more enemies, 1 more. A little bit of range up for Trainwreck and a god room. Oh god, the Halo, even more damage up. So +1 to all stats except for range, which he just got actually with the, with the Mom's Lipstick at the end of the boss fight. So Trainwreck gonna grab that Eternal Heart, full-on heart container up again, so even more health up for him. And let's see, we got homing bombs, so +5 bombs and homing ability for the boss on the left-hand side, who does have himself the advantage of knowing where that item room was and having already obtained it for what would be the Caves 1 on his side. Now we got ourselves a race, ladies and gents. Yeah, the Halo basically glitches it out and gives you your other eye back. It's just a visual thing. Welcome to Flash, not knowing what to do. Everything's random in this game. Alright, so both item room and boss fight. This actually gives Trainwreck a bit of an advantage here. We know where the second item room is for the boss, but again, no key to get into it yet. Demon Judgy thought about it. No thanks. Thought about it real quick there, but no thanks. Again, Trainwreck leaving behind his item and going right on into the boss fight. Gonna get Fistula in and move right on down to his caves too as soon as he's done with this. Where does that split? Wow, seriously. So I figured that would actually be where that room split, so boss with 1 more room to clear after this. Wooden Spoon for Trainwreck and increase his movement speed. And he'll be on down to the caves too, so at this point, I'm gonna... Oh, wait, shoot. That's gonna even it quite a bit, and in fact, put it in the favor of the boss right now. Boss may skip over an item room here unless this happens to spawn a key. No such luck. But 2 back-to-back boss fights here on the left side. First one going to be Pestilence, so 1 cube of meat going to be the reward. That'll be an orbital floating around the boss, going to block shots and do damage to anything that happens to touch it. Mini-boss fight on the right side. We got Greed in a store for TrainwreckJP, so no luck in the caves too, finding Greed. Ouch. Cube of meat, and again, on to the second straight boss fight. The BOILeR going to get the husk this time. And that well-placed bomb going to rip right on through the first 25% of his health. Ooh, second one missed, actually. Ouch. Yeah, only thing not random is the trolling. Darn tootin'. Anyways, there's the tooth doing extra damage to the husk there for the boss. Very nicely done. Couple more bombs to take care of. Those flies are really not that big of a deal by comparison. Again, those black flies you never have to worry about. You can't take damage when you faceplant them, so don't even worry about those. Just worry about avoiding these bombs floating around. And we got a little bit more health up and a devil deal for the boss, possibly to replace the item room he skipped. Oh, in which we got stabby time. Uh-oh, for 1 heart. That's about as nice as you could ask for. So Polyphemus versus the knife, ladies and gents. Uh-oh. Stabby time for the boss. He's got himself a bit of an advantage being on the floor ahead of Trainwreck right now, and he's up 1-0. So we'll see how this pans itself out. But there's that stabby time emote. Well, not stabby. You get the idea. But you get the idea. There's the knife emotes from Wolf21. For those that don't know, if you're a subscriber to Wolf, you can actually use that emote that you see Full Metal Gambit and Chilano using. Oh boy, we got a race still. I love when this happens. I love when you get 2 really cool builds side by side. So let's see, no thanks on taking the fish head. That would be a random chance that as you get hit that you're going to wind up spawning a friend till the end attack fly. And the boss finding immediately his boss room here. So Carrion Queen going to get torn to shreds by Mom's knife. We may see the boss just skip right over an item room here, honestly. I know, honestly, I'd probably skip it. I'd be happy with the knife. We'll see how the Carrion Queen works out. There goes the rest of the damage. Wire coat hanger decreases the charge time on the knife, which is actually your shot speed increasing. Or your shot fire rate, I should say, increasing. Sorry, I said that wrong. Either way, a little bit quicker charge on full distance for throwing the knife. And boss on down to the depths too already, so giving himself... And there's another item room, giving himself even bigger advantage at this point. So Book of Shadows for TrainwreckJP. First off, let's get a judgy, please, as he's about to go bet a little bit of money. Come on. Anyways, Book of Shadows will be 12 seconds of invincibility for Trainwreck. Another great item. There's a little bit of health up, so judgy, thank you. And on the left-hand side, we got Guardian Angel, so a double-speed orbital that'll actually take the 1 orbital the boss already had, the Cube of Meat, and start spinning that at double speed. And now, how about a Demon Judgy, please, with the Book of Shadows. Trainwreck is invincible, so he's playing this Demon Judgy totally for free right now. And just got himself a full health pill out of it. Actually, what I would have done right there was I would have kept playing the Demon Beggar till I was basically out of hearts early. He gave me something, then I'd use that full health pill. So, Train wanted to save a little bit of time. Knowing that he's behind here, pretty much had to do race mentality and skip on without it, though. So he's on into a green bloat flight here. Green bloat fight. There's no L in fight. Now we're just gonna fly through this thing. Don't worry about it. I'll be your captain today. Green Bloat Airlines. You're in all over the place. You knew what I meant. I meant the fight that he's in, which is almost over for that matter. But you see the 2 eyes float around the entire time with this champion version. And a little more range up for Trainwreck with another Mom's item. So he's got the lipstick and the heels at this point. Speaking of Mom, we've come across Mom's foot on the left side for the BOILeR. So again, looking to maintain his 2-floor advantage at this point. We see some bad gas pills dropping poison damage on the shopkeepers on the right for TrainwreckJP. And on into the Mom's foot fight. Let's see, we got regular gray Mom yet again, so the boss going to stand right by the doorway and let his knife and orbitals do all the work here. Look at how quick this boss fight goes now. Yep, it's over. A little bit more health up. Polaroid if he wants it, though I doubt he'll take it. He'll probably keep. Oh, maybe he will. I'll be damned. He actually took it with him. I'll be damned. So I would have taken Cancer with personally, especially at this point where you have full-on hearts, but So boss going to take the Polaroid. Maybe he just wants to continue on, thinking that if he wins this round, he's got himself a 2-0 win. He wants to continue this through the chest if he can. But he's going to take the Polaroid. Shit, did I say bloat twice? I meant to say peep, I'm sorry. I probably said that like halfway through the thing, because I meant to say it, and I'm pretty sure I did the first time, but after that I know I said bloat, now that you say that. Oops, not what I meant. Anyways, there you see the Book of Shadows for Trainwreck again. Gonna give him invincibility for a few seconds here longer against these jumping greed heads. Holding down the R button would give you the reset. And just like that, internal compassing, the boss has found himself the only important room in the Womb 1 that he needs. His boss fight. He's going to back up real quick, grab this half a heart here, which again will make his Polaroid actually viable. Now, if the boss gets down to just half a red heart left, that'll give him a 5-second damage shield where he will be invincible. First things first, though, ripping on through Triachnid, and one more hit with that knife. There you go. Getting his health back with the 1 blue heart that spawned. One more to take care of. Couple of pills spawning. Let's see. Oh, a couple of tier rate increase. Oh, why the heck not? So, quicker, again, that'll make up for not having the Cancer. Balls of Steel adds a couple of extra soul hearts on for the boss. He's got a bad gas pill with him for poison damage to anything, and onto the womb too, just looking for Mom's heart at this point. If you see anything that says Curse of the Labyrinth when you get to the floor, it's only going to happen when you get to the first. So like Caves 1, or Depths 1, or Womb 1, or Basement 1. If you see Curse of the Labyrinth, you have yourself an XL floor. Even if it doesn't say it in the lower left corner, Curse of the Labyrinth means XL. If you do have an XL floor, you're going to see 4 rooms side by side by side. Notice like right now on TrainwreckJP's map, for example. The room above him, where it's empty right now, could actually be a normal room on an XL floor, if that makes sense. Ooh, speaking of nice items, how about some damage up on a trinket for TrainwreckJP? So even more damage on his tears now with the curved horn. So some really, really nice damage output on Trainwreck's tears at the moment, and he's looking to get into that one item room right here. No key to do it, though. Yeah, Puberty Knife looks kind of mad. I've just hit puberty and I'm upset. And I stab things. Yeah, that's not a good combination, guys. Trust me on that. That does not seem like a legitly good combination in any fashion. Wow, 172k already for Summer Games Done Quick. That is phenomenal. Yeah, dat teen angst. Anyways, moving on, we got an arcade on Boss's side that I forgot to mention. Again, one of the other real nice rooms that can show up in the womb. Again, there are more than I was saying that, again, you're just kind of looking for... at this point, you're just looking for the boss fights. But you can get arcades, you can get libraries, your secret rooms and super secret rooms are still there. But like I was saying, you're basically just looking for the boss fights. Speaking of that, we got the... Wow. Ripping on through Duke of Fly's mini-bosses over here with one shot of his knife. Either way, the boss just still flying through. We got the Fallen for the Depths 1 boss fight for Trainwreck. He's guaranteed to get himself a Devil Deal item at the end of this. Not a Devil Deal necessarily, but a Devil Deal item. He could still get a Devil Deal as well. That's not out of the question. But there is that boss fight, so we found Mom's heart on the boss's side. And he's got just this one room left and then that one boss fight left, and he could have himself a 2-0 victory here. Oh, speaking of boss room items, how about Brimstone with all this damage up already for Trainwreck? Uh-oh. Polyphemus Brimstone melts things, guys. That is a one-hitter quitter right there. But again, probably too little too late. Boss with Mom's knife in Mom's heart fight already. But dang, these builds side by side, you've got to be kidding me. So Polyphemus and the Halo for even more damage up, mind you. The Curved Horn for even more damage up. And Brimstone. Wow. Just wow to that build. It's slow charge, but dang. That build, I'm telling you. Yeah, he needed that a good like 5 minutes ago, and this would be dead even right now. And it would be real scary for the boss, who is over halfway through Mom's heart already. And again, looking for a 2-0 win. I've been making a big deal about Train's build, but boss just about at the verge of winning this one. Gonna drop some poison damage. One more bomb ought to do this thing. He's gonna make sure he doesn't get hit by it first. Just throw that knife. We're gonna have this thing all wrapped up. And there you have it, ladies and gents. So he just made sure he had the invincibility frames before he did it. But a very, very quick, very nice 2-0 victory there. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Let's try that again. Let's try actually clicking the right thing and then updating that. Almost updated boss's backdrop to be a 2 instead of his score. Let's try that again. How about a 2-0 win? So again, yes! I love that gif. Very nicely done. Arms raised to victory there on the bottom.